So this is Dr. Steve Young. You're about to be tested to see what level of the body readiness ranking system your body is currently at. This is an amazing test that will exactly figure out how coordinated you are so we can match the right difficulty of exercises that allows you to work super hard to jack up your metabolism, to burn body fat, but yet without injuring your body. So let's follow along with this test. I'll walk you through the series of exercises, and basically the exercise will get harder and harder. And all you need to do is keep track of which exercise you stop at, or in other words, which exercise does your body have an incapability of doing no matter how hard you try. No matter how hard you control your body, you just can't seem to get that exercise, and that's the exercise you stop at. And all you do is just notify us on the form of which exercise that is, and we will be able to customize a workout based on your needs. So let's get started. The first exercise is a squat. Now, I want you to make sure you're trying to do this in front of a mirror ideally. If you don't have a mirror, it's okay. You can still do it. There are some tools that you will need, such as a broomstick. Any straight stick that you have, you could have a long umbrella, right? Just something straight. So I have a broomstick here that you can use to help test your body, to make sure that your technique is correct. So what you can do is you're going to take this stick and you're going to put it across, up and down your lower back like this. Okay? And the reason this stick is here is because I want to make sure that you have the ability to control your spinal posture while you're doing a squat. Okay? So this stick, you want to make sure that you have it up your back like this, and you have your lower back against your wrist and hand. Your tailbone here is against the stick. Your mid-back right between the shoulder blade is against the stick, and of course your head is against the stick. Now the key is to make sure all 3 points of contact are maintained. So your tailbone, your mid-back, and your head are always against the stick. So you're going to hold the stick like this, and you can even look in front of the mirror if you want, like this, and you basically want to squat down and be able to maintain all points of contact. If you're having difficulty with the first repetition, it's okay. Give it a couple repetitions, 10 or so. And if you're trying to come away from the stick, you just need to see if you can correct your posture to maintain all points of contact on the stick. Now there's a couple other things I want you to look for. I want you to make sure that you're sitting your butt back, and you're able to do this. If you notice, my body is not too straight up and down. If you do this with your upper body too straight up and down, your knees will go forward, and that's not good. That's not proper technique, right? So you got to sit your butt back like this, and your chest should be vertically over your knees, like so, while maintaining all points of contact. So go ahead, pause the video, and you can try that and see if you can get through that exercise. Now, if you have mastered the squat with the stick on the back, the next exercise is going to be an exercise where you're still going to use the stick, and now you're going to see if you can tilt forward like so. Okay, so you're going to have the stick across your back, and you want to see if you can just bow forward, keeping all points of contact like so, right? With your knees pretty much straight. Now, how forward you go is going to be dictated by your flexibility of your thigh muscles in the back of the thigh, the hamstring. So I'm not concerned with how far you go forward, just so you can go forward even a little bit and back like this. Forward and back. And the key is being able to maintain all points of contact between your head, your shoulder blade, and your tailbone across the stick. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video. You can get in front of the mirror, use the stick, and see if you can tilt forward and back, maintaining all those points of contact in good posture. Go ahead and pause that video now and see how well you do. Okay, so that was level 1 you just passed. Now we're going to try to do a level 2 test. You're still going to need a stick, but this time instead of doing the squat, you're going to do a one-legged squat. Okay, so you're going to have the stick across your back again, like so. You can go ahead and face your mirror if you need to. Now, again, maintaining all points of contact just like the two-legged squat, but this time you're going to do it on just one leg. Okay, so you're going to want to balance on one leg like so, like this, and go ahead and squat down. Again, I'm not concerned with how low to go. You can just go maybe even a quarter of the way and back up. The key is the ability to maintain all points of contact where nothing comes away from the stick. Give yourself plenty of repetitions to try to master this. And if you can, you want to go ahead and mark down on the form that you were able to do this, right? So just to review, balance on one leg, squat down, maintaining all those points of contact, and then come on up, okay? So the next exercise in the level 2 testing is going to be still using the stick, and this time you're going to need a little bit of resistance. So at home you can just hold a gallon of water, let's say. Okay, so here I have a dumbbell, and you're going to have the stick across your back like so, and you're going to hold this dumbbell in one hand, the stick on the back in the other hand. And this time you're going to do the same exercise as the level 1, where you just bend forward, maintain points of contact, except this time you have a weight in your hand. Actually adds another degree of difficulty, right? So you want to maintain points of contact, go down and back up, go down and back up. This weight wants to pull my shoulder blades forward and wants to rotate my body. You have to control that and maintain all those points of contact on the stick between the head, the mid-back, and the tailbone. Okay, so those are level 2 exercises. Now, if you have been able to do those, you want to go ahead and progress to level 3. If you were unable to do either one of those exercises or both of those exercises, you would just mark down on the form that you stopped at level 2. Okay, so you made it to level 3 exercises. The next 2 exercises, one of which requires a stick, and this is called the one-legged balanced deadlift. Okay, so you're going to have the stick across your back like all the exercises in level 1 and 2, just to double check your technique. And then what you're going to do is balance only on one leg, maintain all points of contact, tilt forward, and come back up. Tilt forward, and come back up. Again, the concern isn't how far to tilt forward, because that's going to be dictated by your hamstring flexibility. However, you want to be able to tilt forward, maintain your balance, and have all points of contact. You don't want to round your back or deviate. You want to make sure you make all the points of contact, the head, the mid-back, and the tailbone against the stick. So go ahead and do that exercise. Okay, so the next exercise is going to be the squat jump. So in level 3 exercises on a ranking system, it's the beginning of high-speed movements. You got to make sure you can decelerate or control your body to do high-speed movements, or else if you go to high-speed movements and your body's not ready for, this is what causes joint damage. So what you're going to do is you can stand in front of a mirror just to double check. Essentially, we know if you've gotten to this level, you're able to control your spinal posture, which is great. Now you want to make sure that you can control speed, and you want to make sure that your knees don't wobble in and out when you land from the squat jump. So let's demonstrate the squat jump. You're basically going to have your hands on your hips like this, jump up, and land soft. Now I want you to focus on my knees. You want to make sure that your knees do not buckle in like this. That's very important. You want to make sure that when you land, your knees stay right over your feet and they don't wobble. So you can help sort of check your technique by using the mirror, facing the mirror, jump up, land soft. Jump up, land soft like this. Okay, if you notice when I land, my butt goes back. I do not land like this, where my knees go forward. So you make sure you have that butt back motion and that the knees do not wobble in and out. So go ahead and pause the video and try to do that in front of the mirror, just to double check your technique. And if you can pass this, we're ready to move on to level 4 exercises. Great, you are ready for the level 4 exercise testing. These 2 exercises will now test your ability to maintain balance and stability at high speeds on one leg, and it's going to challenge multiple joints that are moving all at the same time. This is extremely important to make sure that you can do this, because it's level 4 and above. These exercises are your typical boot camp, CrossFit, TRX suspension trainer. These higher level exercises are all level 4 and above. And this test will ensure you have the skill level needed to do those exercises and not get aches and pains and joint damage. So this system is extremely important to make sure that you can work out hard and not get hurt. So let's get started. The first exercise you're going to do is essentially a one-legged squat with a chopping exercise. So at home you can just use a gallon of water as an example. So in this case, I have a medicine ball. Again, at home you don't need a weight, just any kind of resistance, a couple pounds. What you're going to do is you want to stand on one leg like so. Make sure you have your balance. Hold a gallon of water or the medicine ball or a resistance ball, and you want to go ahead and squat down halfway and come up and reach across your body. Okay, so that's essentially the movement. You want to make sure you have that perfect squat technique like in the level 1 and 2 exercise that we've done, but yet you want to make sure you're able to control this weight up and down, and you want to make sure you can do that movement. If you notice, my body is not twisting nor is it bending back and forth. Give you a little side view here. You want to make sure that you're able to keep your chest up like this. If you notice, my torso is not twisting at all. Okay, it's essentially the one-legged squat position, but yet with a ball or a gallon of water that comes up your body. You want to make sure you can do this movement, maintain your balance for a couple repetitions, and have good control of the weight. So go ahead and pause the video and try to do that now. Great, so if you can do that exercise, the next one is going to be a high-speed exercise involving multiple body parts, okay, and on one leg. Essentially, on the level 3 exercise where we did a one-legged squat, now we're going to do a one-legged squat jump with your arms reaching in the air and landing soft. So let's demonstrate. So you're going to bounce on one leg, jump up and land, jump up and land, right? Very important to check your technique in front of the mirror. Here's a couple things to look for. When you land, you want to make sure your knee does not wobble in. That's going to hurt your hips, your knee, and your back. Okay, so you can check the mirror here. You want to jump up and land and have the knee nice and stable. Okay? Second, you want to make sure your posture does not break down. You don't land too upright. And your knees, I'll demonstrate the wrong way, your knees don't go too forward like this. You want to have your butt going back. Okay? So that's a one-legged squat jump in the air, reaching and landing soft, just to review, like so. Okay? You want to make sure you can do that movement and land without the knee coming in with proper technique. Go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and do that exercise. If you can stick 2 or 3 of those landings, you're ready to pass on to the level 5 testing. All right, so you've made it to level 5 testing. This is the highest level in our ranking system to make sure that you can do the most advanced exercises and movements out there without any danger of getting injured and joint pain. So here's what we're going to do. There's only one movement, and this is a tough one. You're going to need a gallon of water, a medicine ball, or some kind of resistance at home. You could hold a dumbbell. What you're going to do, in this case I have a medicine ball, you're going to do the one-legged squat while you're chopping with this weight going across your body. This is an extreme dynamic movement because you have to stabilize and balance your body, get perfect posture while there's a weight going across your body while your body is going up and down. So they're sort of moving in opposite directions. And it takes a lot of control for all of your body parts and your nervous system to balance and stabilize everything to do this movement. So it's extremely important to be able to do this movement because this tells us that your body is ready for advanced exercises. So let's demonstrate. You're going to hold your weight that you have, balance on one leg. You're going to squat down and have this ball go across your body and come up in a high-speed motion like this. Okay? So you can tell it's a tough exercise. You want to sort of try your other leg. This one, you want to make sure you can do this evenly on both legs, like so. Now, if you notice, my knee is not buckling in. I'm not losing my balance. My chest is not going back and forth. And most importantly, my trunk is actually staying centered. It's not, I'll demonstrate it the wrong way, it's not twisting like so. Okay? The twisting motion is really tough on your spine. You want to make sure you have the ability to maintain that spinal curvature or proper posture while you're doing this exercise, keeping your chest up like that. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video, try this movement. If you're able to do this movement, you can fill out on the form that you were able to complete the level 5 exercise. Now, I want to congratulate you for finishing all the level testing. If you're able to do this, you have made it to the highest level, and this entire testing protocol, no matter where you stop, will tell us exactly what level of difficulty of exercise that you can do. You want to go below, fill out the form of which level, and also indicate to us if you're currently having any back, shoulder, neck, hip, knee pain. We actually will customize a workout for you based on your difficulty level and the body part that you're currently having problems with. Because we know, as physical therapists who will direct your workouts with the trainers, which workouts fits your body so you can work out hard and not get hurt. We know which movements you should never do if you have shoulder pain, knee pain, back pain, and you can still get a great workout even with those current aches and pains that get you in shape because we know how to customize workouts for you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video where we will show you how you can do this and have us progress the workouts every month for you so we can help you get in great shape to never hit a plateau so you consistently lose body fat and feel better and better in the next video.